Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In our previous section, we have seen about the variables. In today's section, we are going to continue about the variables that we have seen in our previous video. Next, let us see what is a static variable. A static variable is common to all the instances of the classes because it is a class level variable. In other words, you can say that only a single copy of static variable is created and shared among all the instances of the class. Memory allocation for such variables only happens once when the class is loaded in the memory. If you see here, it is the common to all the instances of that particular class. Now, whenever you're going to create any static variable, that static variable, even if there are multiple objects of that particular class, there will only one static variable present for all those objects. You can say that only one copy will be created of that particular variable. And the memory allocation, what about the memory? In the heap memory, whenever an object will be created, that object will be added inside the heap memory. N number of objects created, n number of objects added inside the heap memory. Then how this static variable will be given one? There should be multiple static variables for multiple objects. But what happens here? Always the memory allocation for the static variables will be done during the class loading time. That is, whenever the program is getting loaded into your JVM, at the same time, the static variables will be loaded into your JVM or inside your heap memory. And at that time itself, that static variable will be allocated the space, or it will be initialized, and the same static variable will be shared by multiple objects. Now let us see what is the syntax of that static variable. Static keyword followed by the data type followed by the variable name will be the syntax. So this is the syntax of the static variable. So every time you write a static variable, you need to write the keyword static, then the data type. For example, I am writing integer here. This is an example. Static int, then variable name. I'll write it as A. So this is how you are going to initialize static variable. Mentioned above, the static variable are shared among all the instances of the classes. We have seen this. They are useful when we need to do memory management. Done, because only one object of the only once the static variable will be loaded in your JVM. In some cases, we want to have a common value for all the instances like the global variable. Then it is much better to declare the static, as this can save the memory because only one single copy is created for a static variable. So whenever you want one variable for the complete whole program to be same, you can use it as static. So these static variables are like global variable. Public class demo, static int count of 0, public void increment is one method. Now we are going to increment this 0. Now if you're going to give count plus plus, then you will be getting the answer 1. So again, if this increment is called, then it will be giving the count 2. Public static void main string args demo object 1 is equals to new demo. One object is created for demo 1, another object of this new demo is being created, that is object 2. So once I have called the value, again I have called that same method. So system.out.println object 1 count is equals to object 2 count is equals to. So now let us see how this is going to give you the output. New Java project. I'll give this project name as static variable. Next, finish. Don't create source, control N. We want a class. I'll be creating the class name as demo. Now you can see static in count is equals to 0. This is the initialization we have done for a variable. Public void increment is a method. Inside this method, we just want count plus plus. That is, the count should get increased. Public static void main string args, set this demo obj1 is equals to new demo. Next again, another object I'll be creating. Two objects of the demo class has been created. Now, once when I call this object obj1.increment, and again I'll be calling the object obj2.increment. After this, system.out obj1 count is whatever the count will be, that count I'm going to print here, plus obj1 dot count, and the same thing the obj2 has to get counted. obj2 dot count. Let us run this program. Run. Okay. Now you can see obj1 count is 2 and obj2 count is 2. Now what has happened here? Why is it giving you the value of 2 2 when there is obj1 and obj2? What happens here is whenever you're going to call this count 1 here in this increment, it is going to increment it as 1. And then again when you're going to increment it, again when you're going to call it with the obj2 and increment, you're going to get the value 2. Since it is the static keyword, it will be giving you the same value for both obj1 and obj2 because it is the global variable, and that cannot be changed even if there are 100 of objects created for that particular variable. This is a global variable, or this is a static variable, and only one copy of that variable will be created. Even if there are multiple objects created, the value of that variable will be same. So this is how you are going to get the output. Even if you are going to create another demo object, say for example demo obj3 is equals to new demo class and the demo object, and if you are going to increment it again, obj3 dot increment, and if you want to show obj3 dot count, it is going to provide you the same output. That is, it is going to give 333. Now you can see 333. So this is all for today's video. In the next video, we are going to see other things of the variable. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.